Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
World Wildlife Conservation Day came about from an event organized by then United States Secretary of State and former First Lady of the United States, Her Excellency Hillary Clinton. During the Wildlife Trafficking and Conservation, a Call to Action event held in 2012 at the U.S. State Department in Washington, D.C., USA, Secretary Clinton stated,
"It cannot be manufactured. And once it's gone, it cannot be replenished. And those who profit from it illegally are not just undermining our borders and our economies, they are truly stealing from the next generation."
Please continue watching to find out more.
What of eating? Those who help in killing are also guilty. Baba Sawan Singh Ji, vegetarian.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Means hello, how are you? That's how the cheerful people of the Gabonese Republic would greet you in French, their official language. Blissful viewers, I am Belle, a vegan person from the black-bellied pangolin kingdom in beautiful Gabon. The animal people and people of Gabon wish for you to follow guidance from God's love and light in every step in your spiritual life. Welcome to our show, Wildlife Conservation Day. Save our living beings. Did you know that Gabon is acclaimed as Africa's last Eden? My beautiful country is located on the equatorial line in West Africa and is home to countless types of flora and fauna who inhabit our lush tropical rainforests and Atlantic coastline. Gabon is known as a regional leader in wildlife conservation, exemplified in 2002 when the government took the wise step of turning 1/10 of the country's land into national parks in order to protect our wildlife and forests. You may easily recognize us black-bellied pangolin people by our outer body structure, which features hardened, overlapping scales made of keratin that serve as our armor when we curl into a ball for protection. Unfortunately, because of our unique features, we are subjected to poaching. In some cultures, our scales are believed to have medicinal uses, and our meat is considered exotic. As a result, we pangolin people are one of the most trafficked animal people on the planet. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, or IUCN, and the Species Survival Commission, or SSC, Pangolin Specialist Group, 1 million pangolin people have been captured by poachers in the past decade, which is equivalent to 1 pangolin person every 5 minutes. Tragically, many of our other wildlife friends are facing a similar fate, and the resulting statistics are shocking to say the least. There are only about 25,000 rhinoceros people left in the wild, and the level of poaching remains high. A century ago, there were 12 million elephant people in Africa, but now there are less than 400,000. Similarly, There are now only about 3,900 tiger people in the wild, and this number is continuously decreasing. The list of other wildlife species threatened by humans is long, and the root causes are illegal wildlife trading and deforestation to clear land for meat industry. According to a report from the World Wildlife Fund, or WWF, a world-renowned non-profit animal people conservation organization and a Shining World Compassion Award recipient, habitat loss since the year 2000 amounts to 1.9 million square kilometers. That is equivalent to the size of 8 United Kingdoms. The WWF also stated that roughly 68% of the planet's wildlife population has been lost since 1970. According to a study by Harvard University, around 30,000 species per year are put on a path towards extinction, a figure amounting to a staggering 3 species per hour. Without urgent corrective actions to reverse all this damage caused by humans, a world without wildlife as we know it becomes closer and closer to reality. The impact goes beyond wildlife and has repercussions for all living beings on Earth, including humans. In the past 40 years, the world has experienced epidemics and pandemics such as HIV, SARS, avian flu, swine flu, Ebola virus, Zika virus, MERS, and most recently, COVID-19. All of these zoonotic diseases, which account for around 75% of all emerging diseases, were introduced to humans through viral transmissions from wild animal people. In addition, hurricanes, floods, and wildfires are occurring with more frequency and intensity. The hurricane season last year was one of the worst in many years, as shown by how the 21 name list used for Atlantic storms was quickly exhausted. Wildfires in California, USA, also destroyed more than 16,000 square kilometers last year, far surpassing the state's previous record of the most land burned in one wildfire season. And that is not all. Throughout 2020, we experienced enormous bushfires in Australia, heavy floods in Central Africa, and one of the most powerful cyclones on record in India and Bangladesh. Unfortunately, human activities have been disrupting nature's delicate balance and the relationships between its co-inhabitants for too long. It is now time for humans to make lifestyle changes to save this planet while they still can.
No two vegan, only anti-brutality people choose it.
Noble viewers, I will go for a little walk in the lush, beautiful forest. We will be right back. Please stay with us here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, Wildlife Conservation Day, Save Our Living Beings on Supreme Master Television. We will now highlight some of the noble actions that humans have done and are continuing to do on behalf of wild animal people. These actions oftentimes not only benefit wildlife, but also help to reduce deforestation and climate change and support the shift to veganism. World Wildlife Conservation Day came about from an event organized by then United States Secretary of State and former First Lady of the United States, Her Excellency Hillary Clinton. During the Wildlife Trafficking and Conservation, a call to action event held in 2012 at the U.S. State Department in Washington, D.C., USA, Secretary Clinton stated,
It cannot be manufactured. And once it's gone, it cannot be replenished. And those who profit from it illegally are not just undermining our borders and our economies, they are truly stealing from the next generation.
One of the resulting priorities of the State Department was the launch of a global outreach campaign on wildlife trafficking on December 4, 2012, as part of the U.S. government strategy to address this global crisis. As a result, World Wildlife Conservation Day is now celebrated annually on December 4th and serves as a wake-up call to spread awareness of wildlife trafficking and the importance of conservation. While this is a positive start, much more still needs to be done. This urgency to protect wildlife is echoed by Tanya Steele, Chief Executive of the UK office of WWF, who lamented, "We are wiping wildlife from the face of the planet, burning our forests, polluting and overfishing our seas and destroying wild areas. We are wrecking our world, the one place we call home, risking our health, security, and survival here on Earth. Now nature is sending us a desperate SOS, and time is running out." There is hope that the future will be brighter. Many politicians, government entities, organizations, and animal people activists from various countries have taken action to help end these vicious acts against animal people and our beautiful planet. On November 26, 2019, His Excellency Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, signed the Preventing Animal Cruelty and Torture, or PACT Act, into law. That same year, the Honorable Gavin Newsom, Governor of California, USA, also signed into law a package of bills to fight animal people cruelty, including banning the use of all wild animal people in circuses and stopping the manufacture and sale of animal people fur. Effective January 1, 2020, California also became the first state in the USA to forbid the sale of cosmetics that have been tested on animal people based on a law passed in 2018 by former Governor, the Honorable Jerry Brown. Similarly, in my home country of Gabon, the government implemented laws on April 3, 2020 to stop the sale and consumption of bat people and pangolin people. Finally, in the UK, lawmakers sought public submissions in July 2021 on plans to expand the current ban on the sale of elephant people's ivory to also protect hippo people, walrus people, and whale people who are targeted for their teeth. These positive changes fill me and all my wildlife friends with so much hope for a brighter future. There are also encouraging stories of animal people being reintroduced back into their natural habitats throughout Europe. Notable success stories include instances of beaver people, horse people, lynx people, bird people, and hamster people being reintroduced into environments where their populations had previously dwindled. Also, a conservation project in the Rhine region that borders France and Germany has achieved success in protecting 6 species of animal people. Among them is the species of Athena owl people, who are making a comeback after fruit trees were planted and hundreds of nesting boxes were installed. As a result, the Athena owl people population increased from around 150 in the 1990s to about 700 currently, much to the delight of conservationists. You may wonder what you can do to assist with wildlife conservation and rehabilitation, and it's much easier than you think. You can start by spreading the word about the importance of protecting the lives of all animal people. We animal people have been doing our part to live in harmony with Mother Earth, and our human co-inhabitants need to fulfill their responsibilities as well. Please carefully reconsider the environmental footprint of your daily life activities and be mindful of the impact you have on people of the animal kingdom. Use sustainable and recyclable products as much as possible to help reduce waste. Reject products made from animal people such as silk, fur, leather, ivory, and bone. Above all, simply eat a vegan diet now, because the more people reject animal people products, the less demand there will be for meat industry to exist. Urgent action needs to be taken now because time is running out. Please take the necessary step to save animal kingdom people.
Vegan, cause that piece of flesh you are chewing came from a living being who has been tortured all his life and murdered at the end for you.
Caring viewers, thank you for joining us for our program today. May your day be filled with love and blessings.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AW.
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/kehadapan schedule dan suprememastertv.com/kehadapan AW.